Well, the first thing we say hello, then we look at each other to find out whether or not there's any injury or sickness, and that they all are healthy, and we go from there and start reminiscing.
How is our dear friend Lou doing? How are you?
I'm done well. I'm done well. Things are going progressing real well, and we leap in a few hurdles here and there, and feel good.
We love having you here, and we love seeing you, and we also love celebrating this team. What is it about the Cardinals organization on this day that makes it so special?
Well, of course, I think it's the history of the Cardinals. They have been a team that you knew could play well, and they do play well, and they just keep the tradition going.
And the tradition of winning has been such an incredible thing to capture, and this team over time has won a whole lot. What are your favorite memories of winning with this club?
Well, I got a lot of them, but most of them are centered around when we are in a championship game, particularly the World Series, maybe the All-Star game, and maybe a tough game that we must win. And one of those games happened right here in St. Louis, playing Pittsburgh. They scored 5 runs in the top, I believe, the top of the 13th inning. And so they're 5 runs ahead of us, and I came to the dugout and started screaming. Those guys over there laughing at us, and we wound up scoring 6 times. So I remember that game very, very well.
Some of your favorite teammates are here with you today, and Bob Gibson is celebrating 50 years since his incredible performance in the 1968 World Series. What can you say about your friend and teammate Bob Gibson?
Well, all I know is days that he pitched, he probably didn't talk to anyone that day. And at the same time, the Cardinals, when we played behind him, we didn't do a lot of scoring simply because we were trying too hard. And he always thought we wasn't trying hard enough. And so there were 2 different things there. And oftentimes he said, well, I got to do it myself. So that's one day he did it himself.
Red Schoendienst, and the man that has been your friend and manager, your feelings about that Hall of Famer?
Well, of course, I call him the skipper. He and I have a very special relationship. He always thought that I should be the one to be in shape or to be able to answer the call if it was necessary. I recall in Philadelphia one night we we clinched the pennant there, and Mr. Bush came up and rented out a big restaurant. Everybody showed up except me. Red came over to me and said, we have a game tomorrow, and I need a guy sober to play tomorrow, so you're it. So do not go to the party. So I was the only player that didn't go to the party. And Red and I had that special relationship, and we still do. And we oftentimes reminisce about those things.
He was a big motivator right away. When you fell ill, he came right to you and he said, we're going to be together on opening day. We want you back at the ballpark. But you and Jackie, finally I wanted to ask about your family and your faith. How has that played a part in getting through everything that you've been through?
Well, of course, to give you hope and expectation when you have faith in Jesus Christ. And so it is one that we sort of knowing full of well we got to rely upon him, because he asks you to rely upon him, and we're going to do what he says according to the Bible.
We love you, and it is great to see you, and happy opening day.
Well, thank you, Tom. Good to see you, and perhaps we can do it all the way and wind up in a World Series.